So we're in Fresno, California, taking a look at a water heater that we installed a couple years back. This is the v75 interior model right here. So there's the model number, serial number. And so we have some issues here. We went over this previously. We have a video that's on Google Drive just for us. And but just to show you what we've got outside, you can see the 5-inch vent, and it just comes out of the wall right here. So hopefully I can, yeah, there you go. And so that guy, and it just sticks out about 6 inches, so no big deal. And you can see looks like it's graded correctly. Anyways, it's just stubbed out about 6 inches in the cover plate, so that's good. Took our gas right off here, existing gas line. So that line was in the ground, it goes all the way on the perimeter of the building, goes to the far side of the home. So you're probably talking 100 to 125 foot column for an 1.5-inch line, which is enough to fire 180,000 BTUs. And then, so the issue we're having is a homeowner called and said they smelled gas, so I had them call PG&E. They came out. This supply line that we had put on was corroded through. You can see that it's completely rusted through. That's not correct. The only time you see this is when there's moisture involved, and not from the outside, but condensate like building up on the inside. So we don't know what happened to the supply line. Unfortunately, looking at all the copper, and of course we know when you solder copper, you clean things up, and otherwise the flux will stain, but this is not flux. This is the relief line that's attached to the unit all the way down. You can see the strap, that's a copper strap, is completely corroded. Copper is corroding, similar to what you'd see copper flashings, roof jet, or gutters and downspouts on big custom homes. You know, it turns green over a period of time, so you've got this all the way up. Additionally, the brass hot and cold water lines, that pipe never corrodes. We've never seen it corrode, and you can see it's all green. So something's happening with the unit. We're not really clear what it is. So hot and cold, both green, and then of course the copper lines, hot and cold, coming out all the way over here, is turning green. You can see the valves are discolored. Usually it's bright shiny brass like on the handle right there, and the valve body itself, it's a dull brown now. Same thing with this shutoff kit here, this isolation kit that we've got installed. It's a dull brown instead of shiny brass, and it's only 2 years old, so we don't know what's going on. We took apart the condensate trap. It's empty, it's clean, there's no debris in it, so it's working correctly. And of course it's only like a 16-inch vent, I believe, but you know, we got the collar built in, and we got the trap, and it goes to the outside of the building, and that was brand new, installed 2 years ago. That's fine. Even the strapping we have right here, check this out. Unistrut that was cut, you know, and then not primed, it's rusted. The exposed metal there is rusted. The straps, these are these strut clamps. Those are still in pretty good shape, but they're a little bit dull. So you've got some corrosion going on in here. We don't know what it is. My first thought was potentially you've got a break in the gas line. This is 1.25 inches. This is all new pipe all the way out to the shutoff valve. So this is ours right here, the 1.25 inches that goes in. That 1.5 inches, the only thing that I thought was potentially you've got a small rupture in the line. We don't know how long that line's been installed, but everything was tested, you know, at installation, gas test, and then of course water line inspection, gas line inspection, air test, and then the water heater itself, that was all permitted through the city of Fresno. So we don't know what's going on with this. If there is moisture in this line, even if it's a small break or separation or corrosion down there and water's getting in the line, it seems like you're going to get moisture pulling through. Every time that this pulls gas through it, you're going to get a little bit of moisture. But that's just a shot in the dark. I have no idea if that is actually happening. I don't know. The equipment was offline when we got here, and the homeowner said just leave it offline. They wanted to use this for the water heater. So anyways, that's just a document, just so you can see how it's installed, what's installed inside the unit. We took it apart, and you can see here that's completely green. This line Going up to the heat exchanger, everything's corroded in here. You can see all the green discoloration coming in and out. Mounting screws discolored. You know, this all looks good right here, but, and I don't know what it looks like on the inside, but this is all green, and I don't, like I say, I don't know why. It doesn't make sense to me. So we're gonna get a hold of Rinnai rep, see if they have any thoughts on this, and maybe, hopefully, something's defective in this unit, and that's what's going on. I don't know. That would be great, because then, you know, it's under warranty. So we'll get with Rinnai and see what they want to do. Outside of that, this inspection is done.